is Unikl. My team members are Aiman, Yusuf and Rahman. So today I'm going to talk about the cultural difference in business between China and Malaysia. Malaysia, being a predominantly Muslim country, does not serve pork in most of the famous chain restaurants, such as McDonald's. In McDonald's, there are no pork or alcohol items sold to cater to the religious belief of Muslims in Malaysia. However, in China, pork and non-halal items are sold in the McD outlets. The market in China and Malaysia are hugely different. Therefore, when starting a business in China, one needs to focus on tending to the likes and wants of the market. This term is called localization. For example, Chinese food in China and Chinese food in Malaysia are vastly different. Malaysian Chinese food has more spicy flavor as compared to Chinese food in China. An example of localization can be shown by companies such as eBay and Google. eBay and Google failed miserably when they starting out in China, as they did not look into the needs of the market. China then came up with their own search engine, which is Baidu, and several online stores such as Alibaba and Taobao that are far more successful, as this website accommodate the language and the taste of the people in China. An integral part of Chinese society is Shenzhen, or the copycat culture. This culture promotes individuals to share what they create with the society. However, in countries such as Malaysia, copying another business is not vastly accepted. Furthermore, in China, one relies on one's. This is where business relationships are supported by reciprocal obligation. Bribes and gifts are accepted to be given to make a business transaction smooth flow. In Malaysia and many other countries, bribery is seen as illegal. To add on from a political perspective, China operates under a communist party, while Malaysia is democratically ruled. Therefore, laws and regulations are different.
Hope you are doing okay. I'm Yusuf and I'll be telling about the cultural differences among Malaysia and Pakistan. I'll talk about the culture of their attire clothes basically. So let's start with Malaysia. Malaysia has three ethnicities here: Malays, Chinese and Indians. For Malays, there are actually three they wear the most: Baju Batik, Baju Melayu and Baju Kurung. Baju Batik is basically worn by men and women on formal occasions. Usually it's colorful printed in the batik. Okay, and then Baju Melayu. Baju Melayu is worn by Malay men. It does not have any buttons but has a special kind of button called butang. The fabric used to make a Baju Melayu is made from either nylon or silk. Along with this is a sokang or kopia worn on their head. Then comes the Baju Kurung. A Baju Kurung is worn by women for occasions such as school, as a uniform or to a wedding. It is too bright and can come in different varieties of printed designs. It is a knee-length dress with a full length sleeves. Now moving on for Chinese. The Chinese women wear this thing called shungazam, a one-piece dress with a high collar, diagonal closed with a small clips and toggles. It has fabric laps. It sometimes can have slits at the side and is made with a soft fabric such as silk. The shungazam is especially popular around the time of Chinese New Year or any other formal gatherings. As for Indians in Malaysia, as also in India, they wear saris, a cloth which is 5-6 yards, which is usually worn with a petticoat or of a similar shade. It is wrapped around their body so that the embroidered end hang over their shoulder, which the petticoat is worn above the belly button to support the sari, which can be made from a wide variety of materials. Okay, now moving on to Pakistan. Pakistan has the basic thing about the clothes of Pakistan, that there is shalwar kameez. For men they wear shalwar kameez, and for women they also kind of wear shalwar kameez, but there's a kind of difference. For women they wear a dupatta with a shalwar kameez, which is to cover their head or body. Okay, so basically for Pakistan there are no ethnicities, but there are provinces like Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, and KPK. So for Balochistan, a Baloch wears the long jama robe like a smock frog down to the heels, loose shalwar or long chadar. For Sindhi people, they wear a version of shalwar called suthan with a kameez called cholo with ajrak around the neck. For Punjabi men, they wear straight cut Punjabi shalwar kameez, kurta and shalwar. The traditional male Pashtun dress includes the khat partuk and the pariyan watahun. Males usually wear kufi, Peshawari cap or turban as a traditional headgear. In other items of clothing and for Pakistan, there's anar kana, there's jama topi, churidar or pajama. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Hi there. I am going to tell you about a culture differences between Malaysia and Japan. As you can see, we know that Malaysia and Japanese, the both country have their own special in business, and also they have difference in the working ethic. So example, Malaysia, in the evening by 5 to 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m., all Malaysia will be in the traffic because they have done their work. By that time, they have punched their punch card to go home. But in Japan, it is very different because Japanese are willingly to come to work even overtime because they wanted the business to go far. I mean, they willingly to help their boss to get what they have planned and what they want to achieve. So another example, in Malaysia, if you see your boss, you still can talk to them, have a conversation with them because the power distance is not that great. But in Japan, age is a matter. Even though you are 1 year or your senior or supervisor 1 year older than you, but still you have to respect them because age is a huge indicator of wisdom, and as that is highly respected, it adds to the distance. It means in Japan and Malaysia, the power distance is very different. Okay, Japanese. Where you in the Japanese company, changes on the way are less likely to happen in Japanese company than in a Malaysia company because Japan company, they prefer to be in a comfortable environment and safe, so that Japan will achieve a safe environment for their culture. But in Malaysia, there are some risk taker making big gains. So it's not that much big risk taker, but have some in the Malaysia company like to take a risk to go on the long term or short term. Okay, last but not least, in the company, Japanese company, I give you an example. When they are having their rest for 15 minutes, by the 13 minutes, you should be on the way on your office. But if Malaysia, 15 minutes you have break, then at that time maybe you get 2 minutes on the way to your office. But in Japanese company, by 13 minutes, another 2 minutes, you should be on the way on your office because they are very punctual. Because I have a friend that work in the Japanese company, they say there will be a superior who holding a stopwatch, and they will monitor you, how long you take, how duration you take to the office, if you are fast or not fast. So they are very punctuality. But in Malaysia, is a bit lenient. So that's all from me.
Okay, my name is Abdul Rahman bin Abdul Hafiz. I will explain how different between Germany and Malaysian culture. First of all, German can be direct kind of people compared to Malaysian. Malaysian, we do not speak directly when we talk or negotiate, but for German they will be direct and frank to you, so we cannot feel offended when they say something, because when they say something, it's mean what it's mean. It's not like Malaysian, we always beating around the bush and expect the other will understand what they mean, and they always, and Malaysian always be reserved when they talking to someone. And Germany people do not like to making a small talk, and they rather have or doing their business as quickly as possible. But in nation, we do not to think that very fast, that because we are very collective, and we need to step by step on doing thing that to do business, such as first we must know, or we need to understand what the people that we entertain. Hello, my name is Abdul Rahman bin Abdul Hafiz. I'm gonna explain between the difference between Germany and Malaysian doing business. Germany is a very direct and outspoken people. They do not like to beat the thing around the bush. What they think is what they will say directly. Compared to Malaysian, we tend to take into consideration, so we do not offend others the way how we talk. On second of all, Germany do not like to have a small talk when they doing business. They like to be direct and finish the business quickly. Compared to Malaysia, we like to entertain our customer first before we make or cut the deal with the customer. Third, Germany people is very punctual, and they do not take lightly even 1 minute late. They consider it to be rude. But in Malaysia, sometimes we set the date is half minute early, and then we get to the meeting point at least 15 minutes late, and 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 Japanese people like people that say on what they say or be direct when having a communication with them, because they stick to the word or respect people with high honesty. It seems like communication people too, but we do not speak directly